Hey guys, welcome back to the Michigan Fisherman. My name is Brian, and today I'm going to give you my top 5 baits for bass fishing in the 2022 season. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy bass fishing, make sure you subscribe. I do weekly kayak fishing videos in the spring, summer, and fall, and I plan on doing a lot of ice fishing videos this upcoming winter. Now, in order to make my recommendations for the 2022 season, I reviewed all of my footage from the 2021 season. I tallied up all the catches. I was surprised by the results. So what are my top 5 baits for 2022? Let's look at the footage and find out. Coming in at number 5 on the list was the swim bait. Last season, I never threw a swim bait, and it took me until midsummer this year before I finally gave it a chance, and I'm glad I finally did. While it didn't catch the most fish for me, it caught some of the nicest fish that I caught all year. And it turned out to be a great bait for multi-species. I caught largemouth bass, smallmouth bass, walleye, pike, white bass, all on swim baits this year. If I had to pick my favorite swim bait of the year, it would be the Biospawn Exo Swim in the 4.75 inch Sexy Shad color. That's the bait I was using when I caught a nearly 5-pound smallie out on Lake St. Clair this year. So with a total of 10 fish, the swim bait comes in at number 5 on our list. Coming in at number 4 was the Bandito Bug. The Bandito Bug has always been a confidence bait for me, and it was another good bait for me this year as well. Whether it was early spring, summer, or late fall, I caught fish on the Bandito Bug all year. My size and color of choice would be the full-size Bandito Bug in the summer craw color. So with 16 fish, the Bandito Bug comes in at number 4 on our list. Coming in at number 3 on my list was a 5-inch stick bait. It doesn't matter if you're using an expensive Yamamoto Senko or a cheap Yum Dinger, a 5-inch stick bait is always going to be a good tool to have in your arsenal. The brand and style that caught the most fish for me this year was the Strike King Shimmy Stick. And the 2 main colors I used this year were the Watermelon Red Flake and the Green Pumpkin. So with 38 total fish caught, the 5-inch stick bait comes in at number 3 on my list. Now surprisingly, the number 2 bait on my list didn't catch a single fish for me until the beginning of August. But from August until November, the Whopper Plopper was absolute money for me this year. It didn't matter if it was early in the morning, late in the evening, middle of the day, the Whopper Plopper caught fish for me all summer and all fall. It was my absolute go-to bait for night fishing, and it caught a majority of my biggest bass this year. Without question, the number 1 Whopper Plopper I used this year was the 110 size in the Loon color. If you can only afford to get one Whopper Plopper, that's the one I highly recommend and the one you need to try out. So even though I didn't catch a single fish until August, the Whopper Plopper comes in at number 2 with 43 total fish. Early spring and late fall were without a doubt the best months for using the Ned Rig. I had a little bit of a slow period with it in the middle of summer due to all the weeds, but when the weeds were gone, there was not a better bait in sight than the Ned Rig. I highly recommend the Z-Man Finesse TRD as they caught me the most fish and they're extremely durable. And the 2 main colors I would suggest are the Deal and Green Pumpkin Goby. It was a crazy race for the number 1 bait of the year for me. At one point, the Ned Rig was beating the Whopper Plopper 39-0. The Whopper Plopper made a big comeback and actually took the lead late fall, but in the end, I had a few more good days with the Ned Rig and it took over the top spot. So with a total of 47 fish, just 4 more than the Whopper Plopper, the Ned Rig is my number 1 bait of 2021 and my number 1 recommendation for the 2022 season.